Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy John Megacycle here. Another episode of the Dyson space program. Oh my god. We're keeping it. Dyson Sphere program. I either say Dyson space program or Dyson Sphere project. I can't do it, man. Not enough caffeine or too much caffeine. Not enough alcohol or too much alcohol. Not enough something, too much something else. It's really hard to tell when you're an organic. Seriously. Did I put too much sugar in me or not enough sugar? Well, how does this work? Alright. Thought I saw a weird artifact, so I wanted to fly just a second to make sure that that wasn't a thing. We concentrated a little bit last episode on just trying to get some newer components figured out. Tech tree. Let's take a look at the... What is this? I don't care about that. Requeue it. I really want this. What is... Okay, you require processors, and iron, and thrusters. Okay, so let's work on thrusters. Which I'll probably need a lot of the... Oh, steel and copper. Okay. Seems legit. I'm actually going to start storing some of this stuff. I know when I originally started off, I was like, I don't want a ton of storage. I don't want a lot of this stuff just sitting. Yeah, I could only make 2, but you let me quote 10. Lame. I know my original take on this situation was I don't want a ton of stuff just sitting around. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But the grand scheme of the thing is there's probably going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to transport, and I wouldn't mind to have that a little more at the ready. I think that's my logic. We're just going to build up a bunch of storages and just chuck stuff in storage. Specifically like these... Well... See, I'm going back and forth. I'm not really too sure how I want to handle that. Let's not worry about it for now. How about that? So the thrusters are what again? Do I have any more of these? I don't. Here, how about this? Make me 2, and then make me 8. There. Now at least get a few of them ready to go. So I'm kind of building in preparation for, yeah, iron and steel. Or copper and steel. Gosh, if I could regut all this and do this like a factorial belt system, I absolutely would. The splitters make that more doable. Or make it doable at all, really. I wish I could take the steel I have and the copper I have and just go with it. Actually, is there any copper and iron next to each other? Oh, lots of stone, wow. I'm kind of contemplating flying somewhere else and setting up shop. There's iron, copper, stone, coal, crude. Ah, okay. Yeah, right south of... Yeah, right here. Maybe I just use this to start mass-producing thrusters. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Alright. Just... Does that screw anything up? It totally doesn't. Cool. There's an option here, vein restore. Laying foundation can restore the buried veins. There can be no buildings in the restoration point, otherwise the function will be invalid. Click to switch to the veins bury mode. Oh! Okay. Oh, that's a weird thing to have. But whatever, I get it. If you don't want to deal with it, you can just bury it. I'm out of foundation, and that is totally fine. Does this make sense for me to build an entire processing chain just for a singular item? Probably not. Probably not at all. But I am going to want to do what I said. I'd like to start bussing things. I think that would be really, really cool. Oh, right. I have to get used to the new muscle memory of F2 being the thing. Yep, with the new belt, I was actually going to split this out into 2 or 3 lanes, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Okay. Now, I'm really anxious. Is now the time when I start really rejiggerating everything? I don't know. I need stone, though. No, I should really get my stone situation figured out. Are we still good on silicon? Yeah, we are. By quite a margin. Here's what I'm going to do. Boop, 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 boop. Cool. That should help, and you can go away. Oh, we're actually fairly overloaded. The sorters aren't keeping up. That's our problem. Okay, well, let's fix that immediately. That's better. Okay, had a lot less to do with the actual production. Had much more to do with how much the belts could handle. And this takes how much for one of these? 3 stone. Nuke, 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 nuke. Still not fast enough. Okay, so we upgraded 1 to Mark II. Yep, that's better. That's definitely better. Okay, I came here for stone, damn it. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Thank you. Cool, I'm out. Peace. Speaking of being out, I think I'm soon to be out of power. This stuff will stock up pretty darn hard once all this plastic is filled. Actually, we're not making nearly enough graphite, energized graphite, which is kind of fine, because I'm not really chugging through a lot of this oil either. Plenty of hydrogen, awesome, awesome, I like it. Boop, boop, boop. Ah, right, back over here. Haha! Now, main objective with this is I'd like to get a proper line of iron and steel. That's too far. Hold on. That steel was actually suiting our needs fairly well, but the real issue with it, I think, is it's kind of in a clustery place, you know? I'm gonna go get some electronic circuits, which I think are just right here. Cool. Much easier. I'll plug everything in when I'm feeling fairly confident of it all working, I think. Okay. So now... steel. There we are. What is the conversion factor for steel? 3 to 1 and it takes 3 seconds. 1 to 1 and it takes 1 second. So it's an actual perfect... It's a perfect lineup for steel. So here's what we're going to do. Instead of putting it on a line and then putting that line somewhere else, actually just going to dedicate this straight up to steel. So it'll look something like that. Is that too close? Too close. Okay. So I'll have to do a little bit of experimenting with that sometimes. So right there. Actually, I don't think I really accomplished much by doing this. Maybe I should have still used a line, like a conveyor belt, so that way any excess would have spilled into an iron line anyway. That's okay. Okay. I have a proper amount of steel after this. I think I only have 3 steel makers or whatever. I'm gonna add quite a bit more to this. So when we get to thrusters, if these things are as cool as I think they are, I would like to have them at the ready. It's awfully quiet. It's really crazy loud music, and then it's awfully quiet. Okay. That is steel for days. We're still looking pretty good on the iron side. Oh, this guy doesn't have a partner. Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to leave you out. I just was so excited about other stuff, I guess. But that's no excuse. Let's get you hooked up real proper. Ooh. We good? We square? That's a lot of steel. Okay. Now that I have room, we are bringing the boom. I need another miner to keep up. For sure. Oh. Since I'm sitting on so much hydrogen, I might just snag a leg a little bit of that. Hello? What's the deal here? Thank you. Oh yeah, we have hydrogen for days. And we are very backed up on stuff for reasons. Is stuff happening? Stuff is happening. I guess it's still a little bit for me to wrap my head around. But that'll be done in 2 minutes. And then the logistics network, and we are going to be looking good. That hydrogen does not last long. Not nearly as long as I would have liked. But that's okay. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot more of these. I can't build any more of those. I'm looking really forward to my resource creation planets. Like I mentioned before, like having just literally you settle a planet, hey, this thing's got a bunch of silicon on it, I'm gonna take it. Now, you take it, and then you ship it somewhere else, and then you do something else with it. Like that's the part of the game I'm really excited for. What am I missing now? I should really dump off some of these wafers somewhere else. I don't need all this crap. You can have some. And you can have some. You can have some. Cool. Okay, that works for me. Now, back to our smelters. So I got a pretty decent line of steel. Way more than I had before, and I might gut the steel that we had. Nope, stop. There we go. I keep clicking too much, like right-clicking to deselect something. That's not how this game works, and I just have to learn the language of the game. I'm still getting there. Yeah, looks good to me. What the heck? Oh. Dang it. Same thing. It let me queue up a bunch of them, and then it's like, yeah, I can only make like 6, man. I don't know what you want me to do. What I'd like you to do is make the rest of them that I ordered. Darn it. I get it. Like I said, I get why it does that. It's just from a user interface. It's a little disorienting, is what it is. Magnetic particle trap. No idea what that does. I'm sure we'll get to that later. I'm more interested in this logistics thingamadoo. Oh, wow. We're really pumping through all of that? That's crazy. Now, where's my primary iron? Is it up here? Yeah. Is there any more iron around here? Yes, there is. Cool. I'm gonna tap that and bring that here and make this my new iron capital? Area? Place thing? I don't know. Words are hard. Language as a construct is a pain in the ass. Quote me on that. Go ahead, quote me on that. In the words of John Tiberius Megacycle, language as a construct is just a pain in the ass. It'd just be a funny thing to quote at court or something, like some awkward situation. Maybe church or something. That'd be even funnier. Book of John Tiberius Megacycle. Language. Chapter 3, verse 6. Language as a construct is a pain in the ass. Amen. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's best I don't know. It's for everyone's benefit that I don't know, probably. Okay, I see what you're trying to do. That's what I want you to do. Thank you. Okay. Let's plug in your boy. And this is going to get piped all the way up there, right to the main vein. Once I realize how out of stuff I am. Yep, technology's moving really nicely now that we've got all of hydrogen knocked in. I'm really happy with that. Oh, I didn't realize two of my little body boys were messing around. You know what? This is going to be one of those things I don't mind storing excess of. I know I kind of said I wanted to limit stuff like that, but this is going to be one of those things that I feel definitely... Is there? Yeah, there we are. I feel definitely I'm going to be using a lot of. It's going to take me a while to get to Tech 3 belts. So this is going to be worth it, I feel. There we go. It's slowly petering down. That works. While that builds up, I'm gonna go head north. Or this direction. You can't see, but I'm pointing at my monitor with my other hand. I'm going to this direction. And this direction, I'm gonna dump off all this raw silicon ore that I can't do a darn thing with. I'll take that. Thank you. Yep, can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with that. Oh, those are the refineries, smelters, whatever. Okay. Read up some inventory. I'm happy with that. Go ahead and fabricate. I think graphite is going to have to be... Oh, I keep hitting the wrong buttons, jeez. I think this graphite is going to be my favorite fuel source for a while. Not because it's like ultra super mega effective, but the thing of the matter is it stacks really well. And that's a little bit better for longevity's sake, so I don't have to feel like I'm refueling every 5 seconds. Okay, belts. Right. Oh, 30 doesn't mean 30 items. 30 means 30 squares. Oh, schnapples. I wish I gave that literally any more thought than I did. Or experimented with it whatsoever. Alright, well, good to know. Good to know. That's a thing. How close are we to our logistics system? 4 minutes? Okay. Easily get that done by the end of the episode. I'm hoping to have some amount of those thrusters. So we have the processors that are required. We'll have thrusters, and I think there was one more thing we needed. Maybe steel or some sort of a frame for the logistics bots themselves. That would be cool. That would be really cool, though. I need iron. Okay, well, funny story. Whole mess of iron right here. Yes, thank you. Grab a little bit more of that. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be another output. Just for iron. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna need a whole mess of that. And then this raw stuff, the raw ore, is gonna come through like this. Like so. Now that we've got a lot of the foundational technology done, I mean, literally foundations, a lot of the droid, these little drones reworked, research done. Gosh, that was good language. Now that we have a lot of this figured out, rebuilding my base from scratch is a lot more tempting. I didn't want to do it too soon, because what I was afraid was going to happen was it was going to be a case of, man, I tore everything up, now things are running better, and then literally the next technology says, oh, by the way, all those recipes you're so fond of, they're different now, so deal with that. That would be sad. That would be really, really sad if that's what it was like. And then all that rework I did just was like, oh, crap. Well, cool. There's nowhere I can really slam bass this into, is there? It doesn't take care of the entire problem. So here's what we'll do. Lack of item. Wow, it's been a while since I had to produce these. Thank goodness they produce quick. And that should cover it. And then if I put another line of iron smelters, then I'll just use level 2s or whatever. So okay, we've got a proper amount. I'm pretty happy with this amount of iron plates and steel. And if we want to make it look very much like a bus, like on a circuit board, we would do something like this. So now, ideally, the logistics network, we will use them to bring all the iron ore here. It'll get smelted, and then it'll get produced. So that way I don't have mining colonies all over the world or whatever. I have what I need, where I need, and how I need it, or whatever. So, let's take a look at those thrusters again, because I completely forgot about the recipe now that I've been screwing around with everything else. Steel and copper. Cool. Copper is right here. And I would love to do this the same as a bus. So, right down here, actually maybe over to the left, what I would do is I would wire all that stuff over here, and just get it all in the same place, you know? It's kind of the thought I have. So to help you kind of figure out what I'm going for, imagine the mining facilities are gone. Just these are gone. They don't exist anymore. I'm going to have a drop off here to drop off and distribute the resources I need or whatever, processing, and then pushed out. That's the real idea. So if that's really the mode we want to go for, I'm going to need more stuff. I'm going to need a lot more stuff. Hello, give me stuff. I'm going to need a lot more belts. Hi. Cool, thank you. That worked out well. How are we on power? We're not using much at all. This is great. Yeah, and we are now running short on iron, which is expected and fine. Totally cool. 4 of that. I'm missing the rings. Okay. I'll just fly. I don't know why sometimes the controls are getting stuck. You're missing something. Oh. We're not nearly producing enough stuff here. Let's clear this out a little bit. Looking good? Cool. Yep, I'm gonna need a crap ton of these boys. Just get that done and produced. Okay, we looking a lot better here? I would certainly say so. How many do you need to get this done? 2. Well, we have proper backup now, so let's do a little bit of work. That's not what I wanted to have happen. Crap. Since I need 2 of those and 1 of those, this kind of makes sense to me. Oh, I can only produce 2 of those. That's fine. That's kind of all I needed. Okay, that should help quite a bit, I hope. Oh, it's probably having problems because of how much I'm bleeding out the system. I'm not using any of those. I'll just take those back. It's another project that I thought I was going to spin up and then I completely forgot about it. Well, let's just do 2 right now. Thank you. How much do I have on hand anyway? Oh, I have a boatload. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, I still need some more of these rings here. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna dismantle that, let this catch up a little bit, and then I'll take it. Oh wow, I actually have enough power. That's incredible. That's what I was saying more about this energetic graphite. Does it produce a ton of power? It produces a fair amount. But the thing is, it stacks so darn well. No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, give me that. That. Give me that. These magnetic coils also stack pretty darn well, to be honest. So, I don't mind grabbing 100, 200? I forgot how far they stack, but they stack pretty darn well for sure. Okay, do I have everything I need? I can only produce 2. Why? These bad boys. If I were to give the game another try, knowing what I know now, I would be mass producing stuff and putting it in bins like crazy. Starting with belts and smelters and assemblers. Like, I would have absolutely started that from the beginning. I wasn't too sure how quickly the next level of technology was going to happen, so I wasn't sure how applicable that actually was going to be. Yep, make me 20 of those. Do we have enough of that? We sure do. Do I have enough power boys? Another 10 of those. Awesome. Okay. So, story behind what we're going to do next is I'm going to do the same thing with copper. We're getting really close to technology, so I don't know if I want to actually start building up the logistics and drone nonsense yet. So let's not worry about that too much just yet. Okay, we're going to come right up here, and we're going to start building another line. I think that gives me enough space. And there's our output. There's our input. Planetary logistics. Awesome. Let's see what that looks like. Iron processors, thrusters. Okay. And then what is the actual logistics station? What in the heck is this? Oh, titanium ingot, which I have. Particle container. Is that... Hold on. Is this stone? Oh, unipolar magnet. Oh, I don't have a unipolar magnet vein or whatever. Graphene, sulfuric acid, water, stone, refined oil. Okay, I've got a bit of a ways to go, which is not a problem. It is so not a problem. And I built this too far. Come on. Thank you, buddy. I'm so used to playing other similar games way more zoomed out. I just gotta make it more of a practice to be more specialized in what's going on here. Was it 2, 4, 6, 7, 8? I think we did 8 up there. 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah. Gosh. I'm a level of tired that it's genuinely a little hard to read. Or count, apparently. Okay. This is a different song? Nice. That, or I've been so engrossed in the game I just am not paying attention. So we're not very, very far into the core mechanics of the game. Let's have a quick chat. When it comes down to it, I kind of like to do checkpoints as to see, like, hey, if I were to... Knowing what I know, would I buy this game again? Would I recommend it? What would I feel about the game? I feel like the game's got some real potential. There's a lot to it. It's still in development, but I kind of feel like this is more polished than most other mega titles I've played before. Games that I've saved up a lot of time and energy and effort and prepared for the hype and got really into the mood of the game. Was really excited for, you know, just everything about a game, and then you get it and you're like, this is kind of crap. They could have done this better if they just let it sit for a little longer and do some testing. Because that's one of the things that always bothers me as a gamer, is games aren't cheap. $60, $70 video games are becoming more and more the norm. That crap is not cheap. That's not throwaway money. I'm not rich, man. That's not money I'm willing to be like, well, you know what? I could throw away $80 on a game. $80 might sound extreme, but there's some new PlayStation 5 titles I thought they were getting priced at like $70. It's like, dude, that better be top of the line, A+ gaming, A+++ gaming. Like, that better be worth, or that's ridiculous, you know? I don't know, that's where it really comes down to it. This game is $20 currently on Steam. I think it's well worth it. I think definitely with the potential of what it is right now, I think there's definitely enough time in the game for someone to say, hey, was this worth the time? Like, was it worth the entertainment dollar, you know? Think of it like buying a movie, right? Like a movie, just like a Blu-ray disc of a movie. You gotta watch it a bunch of times to make that worthwhile, right? Like, it's gotta be a really good movie for entertainment value's sake, right? I kind of figure if you could spend, I don't know, $20 on a game, get 100 hours out of it, I'd say that's pretty darn worth it. Again, if you stack that against a movie or other media types, I don't think you'd really get that kind of rate of return. You'd have to see a movie, what, 5 times for it to be that valuable? I mean, to make it worth the money that you spend on it. Don't get me wrong, this is not a speech for piracy. It's just saying, like, if you take a piece of art or a piece of entertainment, you stack it against another piece of entertainment, how does it stack? And the answer is a game like this, I think it stacks pretty darn well. I think I would honestly love to give this game another go now that I know the rules and understand what the crap is going on. I think I'd really enjoy another playthrough, maybe on more difficult settings, maybe less resources, because that's kind of my jam, right? I like to figure out where every single dollar should go. Where should every piece of steel end up? What is the best way to start off and really get into a decent game without choking yourself on resources, but still making it enough of a challenge that it's fun, you know? That's kind of my take on it. So I'd love to give that a go, for sure. The other thing is, if this ever gets modded, I don't know what it would receive from mods. Like, I don't know what it would really get out of being modded. but that's always an option. More content, different stuff, different recipes, stuff like that would be cool. But the neat thing is, again, this game is still in development, and it feels like it really rocks. It really does. There we go. Perfect. I was like, I want to get everything in one shot. So, if you're into Factorio Satisfactory, Mindustry maybe as well, like those management construction games where logistics is more the puzzle you have to deal with, I think I'd really recommend this game. Plays well, plays nice, I like it. No complaints. No complaints. Can I just doze my way over this whole thing? Gosh, heck yes. Why didn't I think of that earlier? Boop. Cool. Now, also another thing is I think we started this game with 64 planets. We've seen 2 of them. That's still going to be really freaking cool. I guess if I had to put it all brass tacks, what is the one feature I would like to see? The heck? Okay, something's busted with that guy. Brass tacks, what's one feature? If I could add one thing to the game, what would I like to see? I think multiplayer. I think multiplayer would be amazing. And not like multiplayer with combat, even. Not that. But just straight up multiplayer where it could be, hey, y'all land on a planet, everyone gets their own Icarus suit, and you got work to do, you know? I think that'd be really cool. Okay, that does tap all the veins. I think I want to bring the copper from down here up here. It's funny, because down and up are incredibly relative, considering... Well, I've already had this chat with you before, but just trying to go from a directional perspective, I usually use north, south, east, west, because that's a very simple way on a flat piece of paper that's a map to dictate direction to someone else what you're trying to do. Hey, I'm sending in reinforcements from the south. Hey, I'm moving into the enemy base on the east. Hey, resources are open in the west. You know, very simple. You can paint a mental picture of exactly what I'm trying to convey. But on a planet, I gotta find the freaking North Pole. I gotta reorganize all my shiz. It's just really silly. That's all it is. Just really silly. Okay, I would like to do this. Copper, you've been amazing, but it's time for us to level up our game. Hello? There we go. That is going to stay there. High strength crystal. Awesome. Not even going to read it. I do not want my head completely bombarded with a bunch of super cool stuff that I'm not going to know what to do with, and then I'm just going to get flustered because it's like, man, I've had super cool hot crystal production for like 3 weeks and I haven't been able to do anything with it. Meh. And I don't want to get bent out of shape over stuff, you know? Small steps. And this is going to go... Oh, I don't see why it wouldn't go right down the middle. That should definitely compress the line pretty freaking well. Man, that foundation technology is the bee's knees. Cool. This should be full 100% of the time. Yep. And if we need to do any splitting and make more lines, we totally can. It's not a problem. Okay, so now let's rehook up the stuff I broke. Specifically copper. Heck, to be absolutely honest, a lot of this game, the progression is nice. But, like, I could just spend so much time just rebuilding my base over and over and over again with new cool shit, you know? It's kinda where I'm at, like, as a gamer and as a person. Like, I just have fun with the idea of the rebirth, the reincarnation, the chance to start over, the ability to give yourself another look in the mirror and be like, you know what, today's the day I make that change. Today, right now. I've learned so much since I got that technology. Now is when I start over and give it another shake, you know? Okay, that should keep that pretty easy. Now what I'm gonna do, part of the master plan is doing this, because I have steel and I have copper right here. I'm just gonna start mass producing thrusters. Is this the way I should do it with a bus system? Nah, let's not worry about that. But the important thing is power of friendship or something, right? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Takes 4 seconds. Okay. Yep, easily be able to keep up with that. But first, let's dump off all this copper I don't want. I have copper ore I don't want. I got a bunch of crap. Oh, let's set this properly. Let's set that to 2. So whenever I get into drones, maybe I could just chuck them into a bin and just hammer them out. Maybe something like that. Don't need any of this ore on me. Thank you. I love this autosave. The autosave is so passive. I love it. It's almost like a good night hug or something. Hey, I'm gonna save your game real quick, okay? Okay, thanks. Have a good, enjoy your game. Like, just really cute and delicate, and I just love it. Okay, iron. And processors. That's all up here. Somewhere? Oh, it's over here. Okay. I got lost. I'll admit it, I got lost. Oh, it's all very close together, too. Awesome. I wanted to try something. This is something I've done in other assembly games. And I want to see if this is something that's applicable now. So feed in... nope, that's not what I wanted. So it'll be something like this, and like this. I don't know if this is going to work, but I want to try. Cool. So now here's the thing. In other games that I've experienced, what'll happen is I'm going to put the raw resources at the bottom, right? And what'll happen is, hopefully, it'll grab exactly what it needs to push. So here's iron. Here's the processors. And here's the thrusters. Now I wonder if it'll actually pull exactly what it needs to, or if it'll get stuck. That's more my question. I'm curious to see how that works. The times I've used that before in other games, more specifically, it's been, hey, I just need to craft like a handful of this thing, but it's going to take a fortnight and I don't want to screw around with it. Can I just cram parts into a system and just have it do it for me? We have bots. Logistics drones can dynamically balance the supply and demand of the planetary logistics system, but only work for logistics station it belongs to. That's fine. 8 meters a second is pretty fast. Pretty happy with that. Cool, we got some bots, man. We got some bots, bro. And I'm not super bent out of shape with how long that can take. That's just a little mini project. It can just sit. Is 0% a big deal if it takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 hours, whatever. I'd like to get into that, but I need to build what again? Steel, titanium, processors, particle container. I don't have graphene. Graphene requires graphite and sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid requires refined oil, water, and stone ore. Okay, well I know exactly what we're working on next. I would love, love, love to get a logistics nation established, be able to ferry all of these raw materials back and forth without me having to screw around a bunch with the belts, and maybe that's exactly how we establish our foothold on a new world. Solars, batteries. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot about batteries. I'm gonna continue to forget about batteries. Anyway. Looks like we've got a ton of refined oil ready to go. So I'm gonna deal with this problem next episode. So thank y'all for joining me. Whoa. Name's John Megacycle. Another episode of the Dyson Sphere program is in the books, and I hope to catch you next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.